Hey, good morning all. Welcome to the data structure session. In today's session, we are going to see about insertion and deletion in singly linked list. In the previous class, we have seen some other routines with respect to singly linked list. Finding the position of an element in the list. Find the first element or find the last element. Find the previous element and all. And we are checking whether the list is empty or not. And then we checked whether what is the last element in the list. So those things we have covered in the last class. The linked list is just a quick recap of the previous session. Then we move on to insert and delete routine. It's a series of nodes. There are three types of linked list: singly linked list, doubly linked list, and then circularly linked list. We are seeing all the routines with respect to singly linked list only now. It has only one pointer. It points to the next node in the sequence of elements. Yes. So we have seen these declarations in the yesterday class. How we are going to declare the functions before starting the routine. Just how we are going to mention the routines. So we have different functions: is last, is empty, find, and all. We have seen the empty list. How to check whether the list is empty or not. That thing we have discussed. Then which one is the last element and its position, or the position the element can be retrieved. To check whether the current position is the last position in the particular list. Like that we have discussed. And then with respect to find, we have discussed three routines: finding a particular element in the list, find the previous element, and find the next element. Hope you all understood the routines. I have explained clearly with the example also. Finding element in a particular list. The position can be mentioned as P, and then you are mentioning P equal to L next, like that. Finding the previous element. The current element is mentioned as X. You are going to retrieve the previous element of 20. That means the 10 to be returned. That is finding the previous element. Then finding the next element. Your current element is 20. Current position is pointing to element 20. You are going to find the next element 25. So for that, this is the routine. Now we are going to see two important routines in this class. If any latecomers, please join soon, because these are the very important routines with respect to singly linked list. How to insert an element in a singly linked list, how to delete an element, because though we are having different operations, searching, finding, etc., traversing and all, these two are the important operations for any data structures, because we need to perform insertion or deletion. So in future, if my data structure is currently having some 100 elements only, I want to add few more elements. So that time I need the insertion operation. I have some unnecessary data. I want to remove it. I want to reduce the database size. For that I need what? Deletion operation. So these are the two major operations, apart from the other operations in any data structure. So now we are going to see insertion routine in SLL. SLL stands for singly linked list. Sometimes it may be asked like acronym. DLL means doubly linked list with respect to data structures. So I have used a routine called function called insert. I need two variables: which element to be inserted and in which position. Yes, because if I tell only the element to be inserted means the compiler will get confused where it has to be inserted. So you have to mention both the element to be inserted and also the position to be inserted. But for deletion, as told earlier, either anyone is enough, either the position or the element, because the element will be in that particular position only, obviously. So for deletion, only one parameter is enough, but for insertion, we need two parameters. The element to be inserted, we took it as X. The position we are inserting as P. Okay. So I have created a new node of type position. You know, you are familiar with this statement. I hope. Again, I will repeat. New node equal to malloc size of struct node. It means what? I am creating a memory space for a node. That node I have mentioned it as what? New node. You can call it as node 1, node 2, node 3, like that. Okay. For every time I have to create a memory space for any node that we are creating. So this is the statement for creating a new node. Okay, new node equal to malloc size of struct node. Size of struct means size of that will return the number of locations for the corresponding data type. Okay, malloc is the function for creating the memory. Malloc stands for memory allocation. There is one statement dalloc function, DEALLOC. Dalloc means to free the memory space. Or we are using one more operation, a function called as free, FREE, free function to remove the memory space. We'll see it in the deletion routine. Okay. Now you are going to insert the element. First thing, very important, very primitive thing that is needed, you have to check whether the list is non-empty, because there should be some element, or the inserting element will be the first element. If there is no element at all, you are calling the insert routine means what it means. You are going to insert the element as the first element itself in my list. So you are checking the condition if new node not equal to null. Yes, new node not equal to null. It means what? The list contains some elements. Okay. Next statement is new node arrow element equal to x. I am using these arrow marks and all in the previous class also. Hope you understood. We are using pointers. This is the linked list implementation. So we are using the pointers. So only I am using the dereferencing operator. This arrow mark is the dereferencing operator. Normally in array and all there is no need. If I'm using normal data types, there is no need. As we are using pointers and structures, that is structure to pointer, we are using this arrow mark. New node, arrow element means what? New node dot element or the new node's element. That is the common thing. But technically, in the C language, you have to mention like this. New node arrow element equal to x. That means I am assigning the x value to new node element. New node is the node that I have created. Suppose the element value is 10 means the x is 10, it will be assigned to new node element. Because each node will have two parts, the element and the next part. What should be the next part? Next part is the address pointing to the next node. So that will be denoted to P arrow mark next. P means position, position arrow mark next. Then the third statement is P arrow next equal to new node. I will explain in this example, you'll get clear. Yes. Again, repeated this routine also here. Look at this diagram. No need to look at that yellow circled part now. First, initially in the list, we are having what? 4 elements. In the empty list also we can insert, where the element will be inserted in the first position. The header will point to that first element that is inserted. But here we are having 4 elements. Let's take that same example. Yes. Address of 20 stored in 10. 700. Address of 30 stored in 20 as 1000. Address of 40 is what? 800. It is stored in 30. In which position? In the next position. Yes. Again, I repeat, because you should be clear with these routines. That is most important. Though it takes more time, no problem at all. We'll cover all those things, all other things later. But you have to understand this thing. Yes, so a node contains 2 parts. 10 is the element and 700 is the address pointing to the next field. That is the next. The variable name here is what? Next. Okay, you are clear with this. Now I am going to insert 25. As told earlier, this insert function contains what? 3 arguments. Element in a particular list in a particular position. Yes. So insert of 25 comma position P comma list L. List L is a default one in a given list. It means here you have to mention the position and the element. Okay. You have to insert 25 after that particular position. P is pointing to whom? Look at the diagram. P is pointing to element 20. It means after 20 I have to insert. Suppose if P is pointing to 40 means what it denotes? You have to insert 25 after 40. Then 25 will be the last element. It's not necessary that all elements should be in increasing order like that. Elements can be anything, but they should be arranged linearly. Yes. So only it is a linear data structure. Yes. Now my current position is 20. I have to insert at that place. At that place means what? Not instead of 20, I am replacing. It's not the meaning. That is update operation. I am going to insert after the position P pointing to 20. What element I am going to insert? 25. Yes, that is your new node. Now look at the yellow circled part. New node is created. How I am creating a new node? New node equal to malloc size of struct node. It means that a memory space for element 25 has been created. That is named as new node. Okay. Now, if now you can see the routine here itself. If new node not equal to null, yes, it's not equal to null. There is some element present. Then new node element equal to x. What is x here? 25. So you are assigning that 25 to new node element. Look at that first box in that new node. I have placed the element 25. Now where the pointer should point, can anyone unmute and tell? You can see the diagram itself and you can also tell, no problem. Where the address of the new node should point to. If you put in chat, I have to check. Anyone unmute and tell? Because I'm going to insert 25 after 20. Yes, I'm going to insert. A node contains two parts, element and the next part. The next part should point to whom? Jasmine ma'am, you can randomly call any person name and ask them to answer. Yes, Sujita answered 30. I got only one answer. Hope all are listening. If you won't listen, hereafter the following concepts will not be understood by you. Yes, the next position of 25 should point to whom? Should point to 30. But 30 is already pointed to by whom? By the P next. Okay, because P pointing to 20. P next means what? The second part. P next pointing to whom? 30. But now the 30 should be pointed by new node next. So only the second statement is given. New node next equal to P next. P arrow mark next. Because P arrow next already pointed by 20. That should be pointed by whom? By the new node. Because it is going to be inserted in the middle between 20 and 30. Got it? Next is the pointer, the address field. So now the new node address pointing to whom? Pointing to P arrow mark next. That means 30, the dotted line. Okay. Now what will be the P arrow mark next? Now just imagine, have a note with you, try to write all these things, draw all these things and you will check with it. If you have doubts, you can ask. Okay. Now what should be P arrow mark next? Because P arrow next is assigned to new node next. The P arrow next should point to whom? Should point to the new node. Got it? Very simple routine only. Just you have to interpret it with the diagram. This is the routine for inserting an element in the singly linked list. Got it? Again, I am repeating. Your new node is 25. New node next is the address pointer or the pointer field pointing to the next element. I am going to assign the 25 to new node element. Then the new node next should point to P arrow next because P arrow next is pointing already to 30. That to be replaced. So this link we have created. That 25 to 30, the dotted link we have created. Now this left part is left empty. 20 to 25 should be connected. How to be connected means using that statement. P arrow next equal to new node. Okay. So this is the routine for inserting an element in a given linked list. You can check with some other position also. If your position is 10, what will happen? If the position is 40, what will happen? You have to check. Don't depend only on the things that we are telling. Okay. Don't depend only on the PPT. There are so many YouTube videos, so many content in the net. At your free time, try to look at all those things and try to practice on your own. Don't by heart these routines. These routines you have to write on your own. By drawing a diagram itself, you must be able to write. So far, if you have by hearted the routines means don't follow that habit hereafter. Name the node as some variable. That node should have two parts, element and the next field. Like that you have to interpret. Okay. Now we move on to deletion operation. There are two things possible in deletion. Either I can delete an element from the linked list or I can delete the list itself. Okay. So these two things only we are going to see now. Either I can delete an element from the linked list. My list is having 4 elements. I want to delete a particular element. So now the list will become 3. If I am repeatedly calling the delete function, the list itself should be deleted. That means what? One by one, the element should get removed from the memory. To remove the element itself, deletion means I can delete the element. Very simple routine. But I have to remove the memory space also, because memory is already allocated for all the nodes. I have to free the memory space also. For that, you have to use one function called free. It's mentioned in the slide also. Okay. Here, look at this routine. In this routine, we are going to see the delete operation. Deleting the first occurrence of X from the list. X is nothing but your element. The element which we are going to delete from the given list L. So for that, you have to know one thing, position, where that element is there. Because you have to go to that particular position, then only you have to remove that element, then you have to free the space. These are the 3 things you have to do while deleting an element. Because you are getting the input as which element to be deleted, that value. What you have to do next, that value, you have to search where the value is there. You have to go to that particular position, remove that element, then you have to shrink the list, remove the memory space of that element also. Okay. Now, assume a simple example. For your 5 students are standing. First student joining hand with second joining hand with 3 joining hand with 4 joining hand with 5. Suppose if your student is called by some other faculty, if the third student is called, you are waiting in a lab. If your third student is called by some other faculty for another work, he has to move. So what you have to do, the 3 will be removed. Element means the student will come out from the chain. Just imagine. Yes. So now second person hand joined with 3. That will be disconnected. Yes. And then third person hand joined with 4. That will also be disconnected. So what you have to do, remove that student from that line. You join the second student hand with the fourth student hand. That only given as routine here. Got it? Able to understand? For that only I am giving that practical example. So I am going to remove that third person from the list. They are joining hands one by one. So now the second student hand. Here the third student is your element, the position. Yes. P next pointing to whom? To 4. That has to be removed. You have to connect the previous element of P with the next element. For that I need previous and also next. Then only I can delete the element. Okay. Sorry. Now let us look at this routine. So P equal to find previous of X comma L, because I need the previous element and I need next element also. Again and again repeating, I want to remove an element. After removal, the previous and the next should be connected. So that only I have mentioned P equal to find previous of X comma L. So P is your previous position of X. Then you are checking condition. If not equal to is last of P comma L. Not equal to is last. We have seen one function called is last. Is last function returns the last element from the list. Okay. If it is not last element, if it is either in the middle or in the first part of the list or second part of the list, you are going to do all these things. If it is the last element, means we have the separate routine itself to remove that last element. We have seen in the last class. So last element means you can directly remove that element and you can mention its previous element as the last element. Previous element next as null. Okay. Now, if the condition is satisfied, means what I am going to do? I am going to use one temporary variable called temp. P next will be assigned to temporary variable temp. Yes, imagine the same example. Second student, third student and fourth student. Okay. P is your second student. P arrow next will be assigned to temp. That is the second student hand connected to some temporary variable. Yes. The temporary variable next. That pointer should point to whom? P next. Don't get confused. Your assignment statement will be assigned from right to left. Temp equal to P next means what? The P arrow mark next. That will be assigned to temp. Yes. The temp next should be connected to whom? To the fourth person. Okay. So P temp next should be connected to P next. Then you have to free that temp. Free means operation, that is function to remove the space. I have picked that third student. I am going to place him out of that line. Okay. So that is that I have to remove him permanently. So that is free of temp. Look at the diagram, you will be more clear. Your element X is what? 25. So which element I am going to delete? 25 is the element to be deleted. What is its previous position? P 10. The element in the previous position P is 10. So P arrow next should point to whom? It should point to 20. What is the relationship between 25 and 20? 20 is the next element of 25. Okay. So now I am going to disconnect the 25 from the list. So what should be the P arrow mark next? It should point to the temp next. Okay. So this is the representation with respect to before deletion and after deletion. I hope you check the routine with the diagram parallelly as mentioned in this insert routine. Temp equal to P next. P arrow next equal to temp arrow next. Because temp arrow next means what? 25 arrow mark next. That is currently pointing to 20. But after deletion, which should be pointed? P arrow mark next. P is 10. So P arrow next should point to temp arrow next. That is given. Sorry. Yes, this one. Sorry. So temp arrow next should be assigned to P arrow mark next. Hope you got it. Then now that the element get disconnected, 25 element will be placed separately, but memory will be there. Okay. I just removed that element. Memory will be there. To free that memory only, I am using that free of temp. Got it? So this is the routine for deleting an element from the list. You can check with any positions. You can have some 10 elements or 8 elements, anything. You can check with any position. The same routine. This routine will work out. Just you are making that variable to be deleted as a temporary variable. That temp arrow next should point to P arrow next. Then you have to free that temp. If you are not mentioning this free of temp, mark will be reduced. You have to be clear in writing the routines. Okay. Now, we are going to see deleting the list itself. For that, I have used the while loop. That means while moving to next position until you reach the null position, you are going to delete the list. That means what? How can I achieve deleting the list? Only through deleting each and every element one by one. Yes. So I am using a function called delete list for the given list L. And I am using position P, same thing, one more variable, temporary variable called temp. I think I have mentioned, yes. Initially, I am using the L arrow next equal to P. L arrow means my list, my initial list. L arrow next pointing to P. L means what? Your first element pointing to P. Then L arrow next must be assigned to null. Then in the while loop, you are checking the condition. While P not equal to null. That means what? There is some element. Then you are making that P arrow next to temp. Then you are freeing that memory space. Just we can go to the diagram, you will be more clear. L is the first position, header. We mentioned that header, it means what? That L contains address of 20. Sorry, 10. Address of 10. 10 is my first element. Address of 20 will be present in the next position of 10. Okay, I didn't mention the address here. So L is the header, first node. Address of the first node will be present in header or L. So I'm having 10. 10 is the current position. I want to delete the list here. I'm not going to delete any particular element. So I'm going to delete the list. It means what? I have to delete 10, then 20. Okay. So that is given. L arrow next equal to null. Then temp equal to P arrow next. Assume that you assign L arrow next equal to null, while P not equal to null, temp equal to P next. Temp, what is the temporary variable now? 20. There is some element 10. Okay. So now you are moving to next position. Deleting the list means I'm going to delete the element with the pointer null. That to be deleted. Okay. That is thing. Then if 20 is deleted means where the null position will be there? It will be present in the P arrow next. Then if you are using the same function, this 10 will also get deleted. Like this you have to do. Okay. For simplicity, I have used only two variables. Now L arrow mark next equal to null, temp equal to P arrow mark next. Temp is what? Your 20. It is pointed by whom? By 10. 10 is denoted as P. P arrow next equal to temp. That is P arrow next pointing to temp. Then what I have mentioned? Free of P. Yes, free of P. Free of P means what? 10 will be deleted. Yes, I have started from the first element in my list and my position is currently pointing to 10. Pointer is pointing to 10. Then the next element, P arrow next is assigned as temp because I'm going to delete the 10. Okay, so the pointer should point to some other position that is mentioned as temp. Its next position. So temp equal to P arrow mark next. So now 10 is what? Disconnected from the list. I didn't delete so far. 10 is disconnected from the list. Okay. Now what I have to do to free the memory space? Free of P. P pointing to 10. That line itself will be removed now. Okay. So this 10 arrow mark 20. This line get disconnected. 20 will be separated. I have to free that memory space also. For that I have used the variable called what? Free of P. Okay. Now temp is there. Only one element is there, 20. Again, you have to assign the temp to P because we wrote routine with respect to P only. Okay, with respect to the position. Now P pointing to whom? Pointing to 20. There is only one element in my list. Now check the condition. While P not equal to null. Is it true now? No. Now P equal to null. Because P arrow mark next is null. Sorry. No. P not equal to null because you are having some element. Again, you are using this one. P arrow next equal to 10. But what is P arrow next here? There is no more element. So you can free the P directly. Okay. This is the routine for deleting the list starting from the first position. And here I have used 2. Suppose 10, 20, 30 are there. So now 20 will be deleted. Which will be temporary variable? 30. Okay. Listen students, I have 3 elements in the list, 10, 20 and 30. During my first routine, first iteration, 10 get deleted. Currently pointer is pointing to whom? Temp as 20. The temp is assigned as P. Okay. Now apply the same logic. Temp equal to P next. What is P next? 30. So 30 will be assigned to 30 is assigned as temp. Okay. Now you free that 20. Go to that next position. Now you are getting that condition. While P not equal to null, condition get dissatisfied. Condition is false. So you are coming outside the loop. You can directly remove that memory space by using the free operation for the element 30. Hope you understood. These are the 3 important routines for insertion and deletion. Hope you understood. Put it in chat. Are you able to follow? If not, if any doubts, I will repeat the routine at any case. Don't hesitate to ask doubts. Only few people are repeatedly answering in chats or responding. Others are just, you have unmuted and you are just, I don't know whether you are listening the class or not. Yes, I am getting yes, ma'am. Okay. Try to revise all these things. Okay. Try to have a practice on using these routines. You can have your own example. It's not necessary that 10, 20, 30 should be there. You can have your names also. Aravind, Babu, like that you can have the element itself as a name or A, B, C, D. As usual, you can have the elements in the alphabetical order of your class itself. I want to insert one new student in the middle between the roll numbers 5 and 6. Okay, that example we can simply take. I want to remove a particular roll number as he has discontinued. So what I have to do, I have to use the deletion routine. So these are the simple ways of applying the data structure. These are the simple ways of remembering the routines. Yes. Now, okay, with this, all the operations with respect to singly linked list are over. Just we have a quick recap. We have seen array implementation of list and linked list implementation of list. If the question is asked, explain the linked list implementation of list ADT means you go on with singly linked list itself. A list by default denotes the singly linked list. Okay. In specific, suppose specifically if question is asked, write the routine for removing an element from doubly linked list. Write the routine for finding the previous element in a singly linked list. Questions will be asked like that. Okay. So just you can write this routine itself. I suppose write a routine to find the next element in the list. This is called as routine, just a part of the program. Sometimes question itself can be entire program. Write a C program for linked list implementation of list. At that time, you have to write all the routines, especially insert and delete. All these things are optional one. Find previous, find next, like that. You can write find only, find routine only. You can write is last like that if the program is asked. But most probably for data structures in your university question or in the unit test like that, routines will be asked for specific functions only. Okay. Write the routine for inserting an element in a singly linked list. So you have to write this routine with example. I want to insist one thing to all students of all sections. Write all the questions. Try to attend all the questions with examples. Simple thing. Define ADT. If the question is asked means don't write abstract data type. That's all. Or don't write it represents only. It is a mathematical representation. It tells the interface. It does not concentrate on programming language or coding. Don't stop with that. Give example. Example for ADT, stack, list, queue. Like that you have to give. Okay. So we move on. With this, the singly linked list operations over. Linked list implementation of singly linked list. Is last, find. Under find we saw 3 routines. Insert and delete. Under delete we saw 2 routines. Deleting element and also deleting the list. Now we move on to doubly linked list. Just a small recap of doubly linked list only. We will see the routines in the next class. What is a doubly linked list? Here each node contains 2 links. During our last class itself, we saw 3 types of linked list: singly linked list, doubly linked list, and circular linked list. The third one, circular linked list, can be implemented either using singly linked list or doubly linked list. Doubly, by the name itself, it denotes what? The linked list which contains 2 pointers. A forward link and the backward link. A forward link pointing to the successor node. The backward link pointing to the predecessor node. Okay. Assume this example itself. Let's assume it as a doubly linked list, having the 2 pointers, forward pointer and backward arrow mark also. So, what will be the backward link for 25, 10? Yes, it's pointing to 10. What's the forward link for 25? 20. So what is the advantage in using doubly linked list? Like I have given the clue also. What is the advantage in using the doubly linked list? As we have two links. I told this clue also. I need quick answer in chat or you can unmute.
Address of successor and predecessor elements will be known, ma'am.
What ma? Aparna? Elements, yes.
Address of
Yes.
successor
So,
and predecessor elements will be known.
yes, good. With that, what operation can be done easily? By knowing the address of success.
Linking lists will be easier, ma'am.
Linked list only. Which operations? Insertion and deletion. Yes.
Insertion, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
both insertion and deletion. Both will be easier. Okay. Because these are the very important operations for all data structures. Have it in your mind. Okay. So insertion and deletion will be easier because I know both backward link and forward link for any node. Assume you are having some 20 elements in your doubly linked list. I want to delete that 16th element. Yes. Imagine it. We will see the routine in the next class. I assume you have 20 elements connected as a doubly linked list. That means the first element pointing to 2, 2 pointing to 3, etc. in the forward link. Similarly, from 20, what can I do? 20 pointing to 19, the backward link. 19 pointing to 18, 18 pointing to 17 and all. Okay. Suppose I want to delete the 16th element. Normally in a singly linked list, what you will do? You'll go to that particular 16th element. You have to check. If I don't know the position, if I know the element only, you have to check from first element, whether the element is equal like that. You move to that 16th position, then you are removing. But in a doubly linked list, what else we can do? I can start from 20 also. Yes, because I can traverse the list in both directions, both forward and backward. So I can traverse the list in the reverse direction. From 1 to 16, it will take more time. But from 20 to 16, it will take only 4 iterations. So I can move to that one, I can delete. Okay. So deletion operation is very easier, very much easier in doubly linked list. Okay. And also one more thing. That is, as Aparna told, finding the predecessor and successor of any element will be easy. That is also important advantage. But what is the disadvantage here when compared to singly linked list? What is the disadvantage in a doubly linked list? Somebody leaving the meeting often, you all will be treated as absent only for the session. You people are taking it a lighter sense. Tracking the attendance and all, it's not easy. We are tracking then and there. Through the Meet attendance, there is option in Google Classroom itself. When you are joining the session, when you are leaving the session, everything is monitored. Venkat Sriram told complicated to code. Okay. Very simple. Complicated to code. Why there is a complication in code? I told there are two complexity in data structures. Time complexity and space complexity. You have to think in that way. More memory space is required for doubly linked list because I need 2 pointers for each element. Yes, forward link and the backward link, forward pointer and backward pointer. So memory space will be consumed more with respect to doubly linked list as we are using 2 pointers. This is a simple example for a doubly linked list. 10 is the first element. Its address is present in what? Head. Head is the node containing the address of the first element. So that forward link. The right side is your forward link, left part is the backward link. Forward link pointing to 10. 10 forward address pointing to whom? 20. 20 forward pointer pointing to 30, 40 and all. 40 is the last element. Now look at that backward link. That is the first part in the element 40. Pointing to whom? 30. That is, there is an address in the backward link. That address is nothing but the address of 30. Similarly, in the 30 backward link, what will be there? The address of 20. In the 20 backward link, 10 address will be there. In the backward link of header, the header is same. It has both forward and backward link. It is present in that particular header, 10 backward link. Yes. So this is the representation for doubly linked list. We will see the operations, especially insertion and deletion operations of doubly linked list in the next class. Okay, hope you all understood. We have seen only very important routines in this class. Insertion and deletion of elements from a singly linked list. Got it?